What's up, YouTubers? Jeff here from Bakersfield Self-Perfection, Self-Preservation. Finished reading my copy of Real Combat Judo by Barron Shepherd a couple of days ago. And I thought I would do this video giving my review of the manual. I really enjoyed reading it. I thought it was a well thought out manual that was full of a lot of good information, a lot of good tactics when it comes to either one-on-one, hand-to-hand self-defense, or knife versus empty hand self-defense, or a knife versus an expendable baton self-defense, and even some knife tactics as well if you have your pocket knife on you or if you have a folding knife on you. What I really liked about this is when it comes to the one-on-one empty hand versus knife tactics, I knew Barron wasn't going to put anything that wasn't going to work. Barron has the same mentality as I do when it comes to teaching self-defense, especially when it comes to knife versus empty hand. If you're going to teach someone something, make sure that's something that can work in a real life or death situation when it comes to facing in a knife wielding attack or when you're unarmed. Because he feels like if you teach someone something that doesn't work and it's been proven not to work, it's been proven to be ineffective, and you teach that to them anyway, knowing that it's not going to work, then you ought to be held as responsible for that person's death as the person that stabbed them, because you gave someone a false sense of security teaching them something that has been proven not to work, and they went out, they tried it, and ended up getting killed because they thought it was going to work from that false sense of security. So that's one thing I like. When it came to this, it has stuff that actually works in real life situations. This is stuff you could practice with a partner. But before you do that, though, I definitely recommend practicing the break falls, because it has that in this book as well, showing you how to break falls so you don't injure yourself and don't get yourself hurt when being thrown by your partner, or so your partner doesn't get hurt when you throw your partner, when you go back and forth. So definitely would recommend for you and your partner to practice break falls before anything, to learn how to fall correctly and not get hurt when you guys get thrown, practicing the stuff in this manual, which is really well detailed. And also, one thing I like about this too is the fact that it tells you when practicing certain techniques that you should only practice to the point of breaking your partner's balance and not go any further when it comes to only like certain techniques, because you don't want to end up injuring your partner. And I like that he put that in there to warn people, be careful when practicing this technique. Only practice it to the point of breaking your partner's balance and don't go any further, because you could seriously injure your partner. I like that he put that in there because it's not fun being injured training. It's not, and that's what keeps a lot of people from coming back into doing martial arts a lot of times, is when they get injured doing martial arts. Like right now, I'm recovering from an ACL tear that happened 2 months ago. I'm waiting to see an orthopedic to find out if I need surgery on it. And if I had only been doing martial arts for 2 years, if I hadn't done martial arts for as long as I have done it and have been injured as many times as I have, I probably wouldn't be coming back. But I've been doing it for so long and I love it too much to not, to stop doing it now. I don't want to stop. But for other people, I can understand why they wouldn't want to come back. And I'm glad that, like I said, he warns people in this book, or in this manual, to be careful when practicing certain techniques so you don't end up injuring your partner. And now, like I said, that's a good thing. I think this is a great addition to any martial artist's library. If you're a martial artist like me that likes to collect a lot of books and videos on martial arts, this is definitely a great addition to that library. I recommend this to anyone, whether you're a civilian, or you're law enforcement, or you're even just looking to get into law enforcement. I definitely would recommend this. I definitely recommend this to anyone in law enforcement or anyone looking to get in law enforcement, because I honestly feel like it's good for law enforcement officers to know some form of grappling, some grappling art, either judo or jujitsu, or even wrestling for that matter. I think it would be it's very useful, especially in their line of work, where they can't always shoot the suspect. Is not a good thing. Sometimes they actually have to apprehend the suspect. And when it comes to knowing a grappling art, it's great because they don't have to punch or kick the person. They could simply grapple the person down and hold them down, keeping the suspect and themselves safe. And only using only using like tactical batons or their fist and feet when they necessarily have to. If they don't have to punch the suspect or kick the suspect, all they have to do is just out grapple the suspect to take them down and hold them down, keep them and themselves safe. Then that's great. That looks a lot better. And then because I think knowing some form of grappling would benefit a police officer very greatly. I think that any police officer should know, like I said, either wrestling, judo, or jujitsu. It's just something like that. But yeah, this is definitely a great combat manual. I definitely recommend this to anyone. A lot of good stuff on here to practice with a training partner with. I'm going to leave a link in the description below. Check, get your copy while you can before it's sold out. Hope everyone's having a great day. Till next time, this is Jeff. Saying peace.